I put it on an angle. And it started right up again. So I emptied it as well because I got a notification on my phone that the dehumidifier was full. I'm also into a new hobby. Well, it's not new, but I've got a bunch of these Nitro RC planes, and this one almost took flight yesterday after tinkering with it and tinkering with it. And I really need to get better at making videos, but of course the boat motor thing is always a thing. Look at all these airplanes. I'd really like to get that one running. That'd be really neat because it's a seaplane. That red one, I don't know. It needs some receivers and stuff in it, but it should run. Yeah, a helicopter up there as well. Again, I have no idea when or how I'm going to get that running, but with due time, if you guys want to see more of that, I will definitely record it. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of the RC airplane content, Nitro RC is a 5-foot wingspan, and had it running last night. Had it out in the yard over there. I got to mow the grass today. I'm gonna mow a nice little landing strip and takeoff strip. I'm having carburetor issues. Trying to tune it, it gets too much fuel, and then you turn it a little bit more, and it's not enough fuel. So I'm not sure. I've cleaned the carb several times. I want to go up. There it goes. All right, the next video, next project is going to be this old girl. Has 0 compression, and all the guy did was change the spark plug. It's got the tried and true Briggs and Stratton on it, and yeah, for whatever reason it has 0 compression. I'm not too familiar with these engines, but they can't be too hard. See that? So I think we may have something going on with the valves. Okay. Pull this shroud off. Looks like it's just hanging on to life with 2 Phillips. Okay, got a little bolt bin. This is all part of the fuel tank. Yeah. Just absolutely 0 compression. I've already done a compression test on it. It's not very high. Just thinking maybe just pull the head off and look at the valves. Let's pull this stuff off. This is going to be removing the whole fuel tank. You see that? Like opens the throttle. Let's pop the head off and see if the valves are doing what they're supposed to be doing. A lot of oil. Yeah, I mean, looks like they're doing their thing. Take a look at the head gasket. Head gasket looks okay. No blown out spots anywhere. Intake. Compression. Oh, I think I'm operating it backwards. Exhaust. Intake. Compression. It's weird. Put my hand over it. Oh, it's got plenty of suck. Huh. Then why doesn't it run? Everything seems to be operating normally. But when you pull this thing over, it just seems like it has zero compression. torque this back down to spec. Yeah, see? No compression. Why is that? Don't have anything big enough to turn that. I mean, I feel something. I take the head off and I put my hand over the cylinder. It's sucking and blowing. We put the head back on and it doesn't do that. That's weird. Let's get it spinning. Oh, we're building hydraulic pressure. That's why it was so hard. Jeez. Guess we can see if we're getting spark. Bright blue spark. Okay. Yeah, nothing. I spin it the wrong way. Nope. No compression. But everything's operating like it should. It makes no sense. It's not gonna run, but let's throw the plug back in and see what happens. All he said he did was put a new plug in it and now it doesn't run. And we got nice spark. It spins clockwise. What is that noise? That should be plenty. It's not going to run. It has no compression, but I don't understand how it was running before. trying. It's popping out of the intake, which tells me timing. But how? Timing's off. If it sheared the pin off in here, I don't have a pull to get that off. Let's just take a peek, see. Well, no, because it would still have compression even if it sheared that key off. We've got a mechanical problem. This engine's gonna have to come off, because it's not gonna run like that. Popping out the intake and exhaust. Well, no, it could be, well, still we have no compression. It could be ignition, but how do you explain the no compression? I'd like to pull the flywheel off. Take a peek, see. I don't have a puller to get that off. Oh, the key's there. In its spot. Looks like hell. The keyway is there. These are normally pressed on. And these two holes are for your puller, which I do not have. But I don't think we need to mess with it, because the keyway is still lined up with the shaft. Which I'm not saying it still couldn't be a problem, but everything looks okay in there. Although that intake valve doesn't move as far as the exhaust. We're gonna tear this thing down. I've been saying that the whole video, but I've been procrastinating because it's kind of a... Alright, we got the little whippersnapper off there. It's 3 bolts, and this is basically just a Lovejoy. It's just splined, and there's rubber on the pump. You just spin this till it fits down into its little groove. Anyway, it's already self-draining the oil. I was going to do that, but try to get this coupler off. Yeah, there you go. Just a little plastic spline. So I gotta get this off to pull this cover housing off, and then we can see exactly what is going on with the timing. And if it's what I think it is, there. Now that you absolutely mangled it, we'll go ahead and put that back on when we're reassembling it. Okay, these should be 10 millimeters. I'll lose 10. Probably American, but it's going to be a 10 today. Probably should try draining all the oil out of here. Here's your drain plug. I have no bin to put it in. We've got a billion buckets at work and I don't have any here. Well, as long as it's tipped back like that and I have rags, we should be safe. Oh, I smell it. That engine smell. And yes, everything is plastic, as suspected. Oh. Must be held in by the cover? I don't think this governor should be loosey-goosey like that. There's your oil system. It just slings it around. Why was this like that? That's weird. Unless it... Does it fit in the cover somewhere? Like this, maybe? Oh, I bet it goes like that. There's your cam and your tappet. Should we check timing? I see one lobe and the other lobe. That looks good. Could be in plastic. I wonder if that governor had something to do with that. Something definitely jumped. I'm not sure what yet. I believe it's supposed to be like that. So when you put the cover on, this governor rides on the cam gear. If we pull the cam out, the tappets are going to fall. And obviously we're going to lose time. Another plastic gear. And it should be splined onto that shaft. Which it is. There's your tappets. There's your cam. And it's plastic. Everything looks okay. They're not worn down severely. That fits in that groove. Oops. Never see that spacer again. Okay, now put this thing back in time. Where our timing mark is, there it is. Then you have a mark on here somewhere, right there. That mark and that mark. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is your timing mark. That little notch and that little thing on that gear there. I'm just going to double check to make sure. Yeah. Yep. That's your timing mark there. And that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna put an RTV on this just yet. I'm just gonna put this cover back on and spin it over with the drill and see if we have any compression after putting it back in time. But there's no reason why it should have jumped time in the first place. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. The cylinder looks, well, scored. And we're going to get our governor that flopped on the floor over here. And this should ride like that. Whoops, like that. But there's nothing to hold it in place, and I can't remember if that's a problem or if the cover holds it in. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking the cover holds it in. There it goes. Like I said, I'm just going to run the bolts in, I'm not gonna put any RTV on it yet. I'm just gonna turn it over and see how it feels. Feels exactly the same. But I do hear air leaking. Unless that's the compression release, but should be plenty. Let it get into the bowl. All right, see if it does anything. Drill's dying. It tried, sounded like. Okay, it runs. I didn't think that was going to happen, but I guess it just got out of time, which I'm not quite sure how it did that. Okay, well, I'm going to put this tappet cover back on, put the exhaust back on. I'm going to take this cover back off, and I'm going to clean it up, put RTV on it, and put it back together, and put some oil on it, and we'll get this mounted up, and I'll see you guys back here when we're back together. All right, y'all, it's all back together. Got the mess cleaned up-ish. You know, still gonna go through this. Got the oil cleaned up somewhat. Yeah, here she is, all back together. A little prime. Let's see. And that's it.
Yeah, I said I gave up.
Well, you didn't because you find it. Hudson wants to go fly this airplane. I'm not sure if it's ready, but we're gonna go do that now. And if you guys want to see Nitro RC content, let me know in the comments. And I will make, I've got a plethora of airplanes to get running. For example, got that one, that one, that one, and a helicopter. So yeah, if you guys want to see more content with that, definitely drop a comment and I will start posting videos on working on RC airplanes.
And we got more.
We still got a bunch of boat motors to work on. This is the big block. This is the big block that just came in today, and by came in I mean I unloaded it from my truck, and I gotta get this running. So there'll definitely be a video on the big block coming soon.
We got 2 foam ones over here.
You want to show them those?
Got both of these.
Yep, this is the electric section. Still working on organization a little bit because, well, this is our week and a half we've been here, so.
And if you want to see this picture, it lost a tire.
Yeah, that one needs all new axles. It's got a Castle Mamba X in it, which is too much power, but.
You see, it lost the bolt.
Yep. Alright y'all, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm not quite sure what was wrong with the engine. I didn't check to see if it was in time before we started. I just put it back in time for whatever reason. I don't know if the governor has something to do with that. I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. I'm going to call up Popsy and tell him his log splitter's done and he can come pick it up at his earliest convenience. And I mean
Tell him about the...
early.
Tell him about the Bronco.
They saw the Bronco.
Wait, he did?
Popsy? Or the viewers?
Yeah, but then possibly.
Yeah, he has before. Anyway, y'all, again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.